Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. This is John with Tommy's Top Picks here to bring you, well, another box of Phyrexia All Will Be One. This particular product is moving pretty well. Not super well, but pretty well. Has a nice little ROI on it. They say the EV, this is according to Mox Alpha, is 153 for the draft box. Obviously, that's over hundreds of boxes. That's an average, not a guarantee. But we're going to crack it open and see what we get. I think it'll be fun. I need more of this anyways. I have a couple of boxes picked up from Tommy. Thank you, Tommy. That basically want to get into the shop. And they do sell pretty well, so even if I don't hit the EV, it's a good volume play for the shop, which is, as I've said before, something I have been working on. Let's crack some packs and see what we pull. It's been fun. It's been fun setting up the shop and getting everything going. There's some interesting little stats I'm going to share with you guys as we go. But let's jump in first. Sorry for the wiggle. My desk space got all rearranged. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I broke some monitors. It was bad. So I used to go 6 monitors when I was doing more day trading type stuff, and I kind of stopped using them. I don't know if these are worth anything. I don't think they are, but actually, you know what? We'll just keep them in the commons, and we'll check out the commons at the not at the end, separately, just to see. There's probably like a handful. Nitrogen. I don't think this is one of the hot cards. I did do a little research beforehand. But yeah, I broke my monitors, changing up my space here. Foil. And these lands are awesome. Everyone loves them. Yeah, so I was changing up my space. I was moving the arms because it was a 6 monitor setup. It has these 2 giant arms that have 3 monitors each on them. And it was a problem. It was too heavy and it wasn't fully attached, or I guess the main monitor wasn't fully attached the way I thought it was. It wasn't locked in. So when I adjusted it, the arm slipped down and slapped the bottom of the monitor, which would have been fine if it was attached, but it wasn't. And what ended up happening was the monitor popped off the stand, the main big monitor. This is my gaming monitor. And fell down onto another monitor, which I had already removed from the stand in an attempt to make it a little lighter and move things around a little bit. Oh, this one is actually a good one, I know for a fact. Yeah, slapped the monitor. Both of them got large gashes across the front of it, like a little line. And when I put them all back up, it all imploded. Basically, it gave me that pixelated, crazy look when you smash an LCD. It was real sad. Didn't actually break the glass or anything. There's no cracks in it. It just did enough damage to whatever the electronics are that ended it. And that was the end of the end for the poor monitor. It happens, you know. I've had them for years, so it's not like the end of the world or anything. But I was definitely sad because I did not want to replace that. So anyways, bought a new one. Got my setup back. But it is a little wobbly. It's a little top heavy, so you'll see how that wiggles like that. It's if I tap it, if I even like put my foot on the bottom part of the desk at all, it ends up doing that wibbly wobbly thing. So I apologize for that. That said, now the shop is all set up. My office is all cleaned up. I have great storage situation going on with those IKEA shelves that we've talked about before. I think we even linked them at some point. No promises on linking them again, because I always forget that sort of thing. But see, I feel like some of these lanes, I really need to just go and actually physically go through every one and price them. It's just the best move to make sure I'm not missing cards of value. But I got these shelves all set up. 3 different units of 4 drawers each. And in each of them, depending on which shelving, because they're different sizes, they have the the soft close drawers. And they each have 3 to 4, depending on the size again. Either 550 boxes, 800 boxes, or I think I have 660s in some of them too, because I just had them and it was just easier to do. Phyrexian Horror. I think, didn't this set have like a really expensive token? I'm always looking for that expensive token. I will pull an expensive token someday. That's my goal. That's my mission in life. To pull an expensive token. But anyway, so yeah, that's it's been going well. I've gotten pretty fast. I can pick, pack, and pull about 15 orders an hour, a little bit more, 20 sometimes, depending on it. I do about 2 hours of effort on this a day. I'm up to 30 plus kind of orders a day. It varies, Fridays obviously sell more, weekends sell more, so it's a little all over the place, but it's going well. I think my current revenue run rate is about 210 a day in revenue coming in. Now again, all this, and we've talked about this in the past, I think, is based on what's going on. Ooh, nice. Don't know if this is a good one, but it's a mythic, so we'll treat it like it's a good one. All based on funds I put in over time. I think I talked about that last time, how I bought a bunch of stuff and just sorted it to kind of help get my head straight after my mom passed away and that sort of thing. It definitely did that. So I just have a bunch of bulk lying around. I went through a lot of it. I'm not done with that process yet. I still have a bunch, but I'm close. I'm very, very close. I got everything but I want to say 3 or 4 800 boxes done. Could be wrong on that. I might be lying to you. Might be a few more than that, but it's close. It's pretty close. And what I'm doing with that is searching set by price, looking for anything above. I think I've kind of landed on 10 cents for that search, but when I'm doing it by hand, I do 5 cents or higher. I'll take, like if I get a bulk collection or something. But if it's just like trying to identify which cards in there are worth grabbing, I'll do that for commons and anything above common, obviously. And then pull them, like just search for those cards, which I've gotten pretty fast at. The other side of it is when I do a collection, I just scan everything, directly so that I can get a sense of, how much value's in there and how much I'm offering the person, etc. So yeah, buying that sort of thing, and then shifting through bulk and getting it listed is pretty straightforward with the TCG Player app. I've gotten better at that. I have been offered to go direct and Seller Pro. Seller Pro adds another 2.5% fee, but gives you a bunch of tools. I don't think I'm going to go with that because I just don't feel like it's going to give me enough of a volume increase to be worth it. Oh yeah, now that's a hit. That one I definitely saw in the list, in the hot list. Let's see if I can find it. Vraska. Yep. I believe that's a $13 card. Heck yeah. So yeah, it's really just sorting, managing inventory. I have bought for my distro access probably enough cards. Some are in process of getting here. Some of them are here already and need to be ripped and that sort of thing. Some have already started to rip. Yeah, I did it, guys. Give me a round of applause. I actually managed to rip something without recording it. It felt weird the first few times, and then I realized I just have too much stuff I need to rip to record everything. I'd have content for you guys, and it'd be 6 months. Like it would feel like it was 6 months old because I'd be talking about stuff in the news or whatever, economics or whatever, that are just way out of date because I have so much product ripping. But yeah, it's going pretty well. It's an interesting age of Magic right now. Starting to see what I feel is an inversion of EV. I think Rudy had it right that it is driven primarily by like EDH stuff. He was talking about like the collectibles, how the old stuff isn't going up, but like dual lands are because they're very playable in EDH or Commander. Agreed. I think that is the driver of the market. It's a player-driven you know, value market right now. And I think with that will come some collectability. I do think, oops, I just dropped the pack on the floor. Try not to leave those on the ground. My cat will try to eat them because he's stupid. Oh my God. Yeah, I love my cat, but he's got like Siamese in him. He's like a long, lanky cat. He's not really Siamese, but he looks Siamese, so we think he is. He's a little black cat, but long, lanky legs, very talkative, has something to say all the time. Lots of different vocalizations, which is kind of funny because it does seem like he's actually talking to you. And man, anything crinkly or anything wool, he's gonna chew on it. He'll chew holes in a wool blanket. He's just that nuts. It's a known thing for Siamese, which is why one of the reasons we think he's Siamese, because it's called Pika. I didn't know about it. My partner found out about it and told me, and she's very cautious around his silliness, so I have to be cautious too. That's how it goes. But anyways, I think Rudy was right. We're seeing playability drive the market, which is, you know, fine by me. And that means EV is going up on different sets, which is neat because it means some stuff that's like your old bulk just sitting around might actually sell okay. It's a volume game, so don't think you're gonna make a lot of money on it. But say you buy a $10 box of bulk, which I think they go for like 10 to 15 depending on details, and it's actual cards, not tokens and BS like that, right? You're looking at probably $30, you know, in actual value if you sell 5-cent or more cards. I tend not to go below 5 cents because it's just kind of a waste of space on my shelf, because I have so many cards. I think a lot of people go 25 cents. That seems to be one of the breakdowns that I see a lot of. And then some people do I think it was 16 cents for a while, but I think that's changed because shipping costs have gone up. The cost of the stamp went up a few cents and is going up again this year. So I think 16 isn't the number anymore. I think it's like 18. There's someone figured out the exact, like, if you sell it for this, you'll make a penny. And it's like the minimal amount. I don't really bother. I don't care if I make a penny. The way I list, I try to make it so that I guess I can start a new pile. I didn't even look. Nahiri, is she good? Pulled it, and I was so busy talking. Nissa, I'm not seeing her. Guessing not. Okay. Well. Such a. Oh shoot! Now I lost track. What was I saying? EV something. Oh well. Lost it. Got distracted by the mythic. And starting a new pile of comments. Experimental augury. There's a few others. I just know that one for a fact. It's a good one. But anyways, hey, look at that. That's a major hit. Let's see if I can find it. I have to look through TCG Player because that's going to be in Phyrexian, and I don't know what card that is. I'll have to scan it afterwards. It's not showing up immediately, so maybe not worth as much as I'd hoped. Cool variant, though. No, not seeing it. Don't know. I'll figure it out. It's Vraska. It's Vraska, but in Phyrexian. Oh well. I'll find it. That might be the $13 one, actually. Now that I look at the one thing I was looking at was Mox Alpha. It has a listing, but you have to click in to get the picture, which is fine for data purposes. But maybe that was Vraska that they were it mentioned was the $13 card. I could see that. It probably is, actually. That means the other one's probably like $2. But yeah. So anyways, going well. Ooh, hey, look at that. That's a crimped card. Crimped foil. Don't see that very often. Oh, let me see if I can get it in the light so you can actually see it. See? Crimped foil. That's a special. I want to hold that off to the side. Someone might actually want that. I actually have no idea where to sell those. I've never sold a crimped card before. I know people collect them. I know it exists. I guess it would be Facebook, but I don't really do Facebook, so guess I'll have to set up an account and do Facebook. It's like, oh, that's the thing. That's the thing I have to do. Man, this seems like it's a good box. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, player-driven market is pushing, I think, EV up on old stuff. You can sell, $10 worth of bulk if it's not picked through for about 30 bucks. If you have the ability to handle volume accurately, which is a thing you have to set up, but I am now set up for that. So that's kind of where I'm going with it. Tommy has some bulk. I'm going to try to get some off of him. I got some stuff off of him, but I'm always looking for more. Speaking of, if you would like to sell some stuff to me, collections, etc. I'm definitely no Rudy, so I can't do a crazy high amount, but I'd be happy to film me opening and auditing it and all that stuff, just to, confirm and verify everything on the open in the internet like he does, because I think that adds a level of authenticity. It allows you to, go back if there's any questions of the record or that sort of thing. And I'll even do it mail opening style, where I'll open it nice from the mailing itself on the video to make sure that you can see, if anything's damaged. It was either damaged before or damaged in process, but not me damaging it, that sort of thing. But yeah, if you want to sell stuff to me, Tommy's Top Picks, no apostrophe or anything, at gmail.com will get you to me. I will see it. I will buy it. I will not buy bulk off of you, but I will buy old collections and stuff like that. I do have some capital to spend on that, and I'd be happy to do it. General pricing is the same, so don't expect anything crazy, but 60 cents on the dollar, TCG player low. I don't think I'll scan in front of the camera because that would be very boring content, but I guess I could record it and send you a recording if you wanted, like a private link so you can see me scanning everything. I don't know if that's what you want. Send it in the email as well, but yeah, let me know what you got. Let's chat about it. Happy to pick up collections of older stuff. Even mid-range stuff, honestly. $2 plus cards will be 60 cents on the dollar. TCG player low. Anything below $2 considered bulk. So they basically go for a penny a card in the thousands. I'm not going to buy that from people randomly on the internet. That seems like a terrible idea. For both of us, frankly, just because the reality of counting out the cards and all the rest. So we're not going to do that. I'll do that from people I can meet in person if I know them, know kind of what the collection is and can look through it a little bit. But anything above $2, mid-range old stuff, back to as far back as you can. I'm happy to take a look, see if it makes sense. No risk. I will send it back to you if there's any desire for it to go back, etc. So, anywho, just a thought. Now we're wrapping this up. Let's see what value we got here in a second. I think this is a pretty good box. Couldn't say for sure. We'll say for sure in a minute. Let's go ahead and scan these in. Check it out. Be right back. Okay, we are back. So, all these cards, quite a few of them are under $1, but more than 5 cents, obviously. Most of them are like this 40 to kind of 80-cent range. These are $1 to $2 cards. Quite a few of them, actually. I was surprised by that, and I enjoy that because they help move other cards. Because people will buy one of these and then sort by other stuff they're looking for and end up pulling out a bunch of other cheaper cards, which is my preference. And then these are the greater than $2 cards. This one was the expensive one. I think it was like the 13-ish. This was only like 3, I think, because you can't read it. And so people probably don't want to play it, kind of leaning into that concept and talking point that it's a player's market. It's based on the playable cards, and that's hard to play because of Phyrexian. And then these were pretty good ones too. I want to say this one was the most... Maybe it was this one. One of these. I don't remember. One of these was a pretty good one too. A $10, almost $10 card. So yeah, overall came out to, I believe it was 76. Yeah, $76. A little bit less than I would have wanted. That excludes this crimped foil, which I'll have to see if I can even sell it. Oh, come on, camera. Yeah, crimped foil. It's the foil common, but it's crimped. I don't know. Might be worth something. Didn't go through any of the foils, so some of these might add some couple bucks of value, and then did not even look at these because most of these are going to be like 2-cent sort of things, but a few of them, handful of them, will be maybe like half, maybe a little less, will be sellable, but nothing big. They won't be like $2 hits or anything really. So they'll add to the value. I will list them, but there's no point in doing that for the purpose of this. So anyways, overall pretty good box. Either way, it ups my Phyrexian hoard, which will end up going out on the shop. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Let me know if you want to know more about the shop, about my strategies for pricing or data. I do a lot of data stuff. Thought process around various things. I can give, here's one little tidbit of data before we go. I just did this survey of my stuff. Now, this is not the best data, but just to get an idea. Of the various sets I have for sale, Modern Horizons 2 has sold 161 different orders. It was in 161 orders, right? Crimson Vow 130 and Wild's Veil Drain was 121. Lost Caverns 91. So I've had a bunch of sales. Don't know how many, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 800, something like that. Point being, those were the top. Now, they pretty much align with the stuff that was listed first and that I had the most of. Modern Horizon 2, for example, I had, I don't know how many boxes of bulk, and I listed like everything. So it's not great data as far as like what the market's doing, but it's giving a sense of what's moving through my shop and allows me to kind of figure out where I might be able to get a little bit more volume going, which is basically what I'm trying to do. Phyrexia was only 50 sales. I think by adding this to it, because I only had a small chunk, probably like that much for sale, by adding this to it, we'll have more that's available. Therefore, the sales will go up. I'll check back on that data. But anyways, like I was saying, let me know if you want to know about the way I look at the data, the things I am interested in as far as making decisions on how to price things, etc. If that's interesting to you, love to do it. If you just want me to flip through boxes and look for hits, I can do that too. Just curious if there's any feedback. I like that people enjoy these, and I'll probably keep doing them for a while because I have some boxes to open, but eventually I'll run out of boxes I need to open. So anyways, I hope you guys are out there cracking packs, playing games, and enjoying this hobby that we love. Until next time, have a good one.